Now, they made it pretty clear that he is already not in the palace, so he's probably somewhere shady. So this is where I'm thinking he is. And hello, Damon. Welcome in. Ready to gamble away? And away they have been gambled, the copper pieces. How's it going? Found the lizard. I mean, it is because I've played this before, but they also spell it out to you. A place where no one is, where it's shady. Phoenix grabs hold of the gleaming golden lizard. Tired. Closed last night, open today. Want to sleep, but wanted to pop in for half an hour to watch and say hi. Well, welcome in. Hope you're able to get some rest sooner rather than later. Appreciate your company. I hope I don't bore you too much while you are here. We have learned that one of the mystical fruits that we're looking for is in the hands of a queen who is not very public-facing. And we just captured her pet lizard who escaped, so maybe they will grant us an audience with the queen now that we have found her lizard. Let's talk to Miss Lay first. I think this is her now. Yeah. Oh, can it be? You found his dryness? So he was outside after all. Oh, thank you so much. You are truly wonderful. Please, you must inform the Chancellor. He is on the floor above us, worrying himself sick. But why ever would Drak have ventured into the heat of the outdoors? Yeah, why? That's so weird. Maybe we'll find out. Chancellor. What is this I see before me? The lizard with you is none other than his dryness, the right honorable Drak. You are as good as your word, Wanderer. As promised, I will request for you an audience with Her Majesty. There she is, Queen Voluptua. Your exalted majesty, may I present Phoenix, the intrepid traveler, who discovered his exalted dryness, Drak. Do we really have to talk about your boring old traveler right now? We have more important things to discuss, don't we, pretty Miss Lay? Now remind me, Drak hasn't run away before, has he? No, he hasn't, which means you must have done something horrible to him, you vicious, spiteful girl. Tell me what you did. Your Majesty, I forgive me. I was taking the utmost care of his dryness, as always. Then suddenly he was gone. Please, I am far too pretty and important to sit around listening to pathetic excuses. Run along and pack your things. You're fired. But please, Your Majesty, Now, what was it you wanted, my little lost traveler? I see. So you want me to hand over that lovely golden fruit? Well, I'd love to, of course, especially as it's you, but I just can't. What's that? You want to know why? Why, I don't have it, that's why. I was just slipping out of a lovely, relaxing bath when I noticed it was gone. Oh, I'm so silly and forgetful sometimes. I expect some horrid, jealous girl who works for me probably took it for herself and ate it. Looking right at Miss Lay, oh my goodness. But no, Your Majesty, I would never. Your Exalted Highness, there is something you must see. Oh, it was a handmaid. It was found beneath the tree where his dryness was recaptured. Oh, look, it's the golden fruit we were talking about. How funny. What on earth was silly old Drak doing with it? Well, as long as I've got it back, that's the main thing. So, my intrepid adventurer, I suppose I should hand this over to you, shouldn't I? I mean, we would like you to, but the way you're wording that makes it sound like if we say yes, you're gonna go, you don't tell me what to do. I've also never said no to this before, so I'm curious. Oh, you are stupid, aren't you? You really thought I was going to give it to you, didn't you? I said no. I guess it's one of those things where it doesn't matter what you say. No, I'm going to slice it all up into teeny weeny pieces and put it in my bath water. A fruit like this is bound to make my skin even softer and more beautiful, assuming that's even possible, of course. She had been coming up with that all day. Someone is going to want this, and when they ask, I'm going to give them the option, and I'm going to say, too bad. Wasn't going to waste it on a wrong answer. Do you ever have those moments where you've thought of the perfect thing to say, wit or otherwise, and it's like, I can't just waste this. I'm sure you won't mind the fruit you've been searching so hard for being sacrificed for such a noble cause. Come on then, my Dracu-woo. That nasty, dirty traveler touched you, didn't he? Let's get you in the bath and wash off the filth. Remember, I told you my brain runs scenarios constantly? I am that queen. Oh, the flapping cheek. What kind of a queen is she supposed to be? She's horrible. Oi, sock ears. Were you even listening? She said she's gonna chop up that fig and chuck it in her bath. Who knows what'll happen when she starts cooking up a syrup of figs in her bathtub. I can't imagine it'll be pretty. We've got to stop her. Quick. Get on down to that big room with all the baths in. Chop chop, and don't tell me to keep my hair on. I can only offer my apologies for Her Majesty's most unfortunate lack of interest in your affairs, Wanderer. She seems only interested in bathing. Bathing and more bathing. It is most worrying. I only wish her much-missed father were here to have harsh words with her. So I am dismissed. It was to be expected, I suppose. Her Majesty's father was so busy, he would often leave her starved of company for hour upon hour. It was his dryness who helped her through all the hours alone. I am grateful to you, Wanderer. Thanks to you, Her Majesty will not have to be alone again. Oh, so she's just horrible to people because she's lonely. Okay. Sure. She's got a mother complex and she's lonely. Okay. Voices can be heard from beyond the door. Are you ready, girls? We're going to chop up this pretty little golden fruit and make me a lovely bath with it. Can you slice it nice and thinly for me and pop it in the water? There's good, girls. Hurry up now. Thus does our monarch prepare a regal, fruit-infused bath. You are, of course, still forbidden to enter. What? We aren't allowed in? But if we can't make an entrance, they'll slice the whole flapping fig to bits. There's nothing for it. We'll just have to bend everyone in the castle's ear off till we find someone who knows another way in. Now, I'm going to save ourselves some time and just go right to the source of where we need to go. But I will say, it took me forever to figure this out the first time I ever played this. And that's why I'm just skipping right to it. If it allows me to skip to it. I'm pretty sure it will. But basically, I went around the entire town and talked to everyone. And this was the last place I went. And I'm pretty sure this is the guy who tells us how to get in. I beg your pardon? You wish to know how you may enter the Queen's private bathing chamber? Talked to literally everyone in town. This was the last person I talked to. It was so obnoxious. I can see that you do not seek such a thing lightly. Then I suppose I must impart to you my most secret knowledge. The water that flows by us here runs into the very chamber you seek. Were you to immerse yourself in it, you would be swept straight to Her Majesty's most private of chambers. but I cannot vouch for the safety of such a passage. You may find yourself beaten and bruised after falling such a distance. I beg your pardon? You say you fell from the skies into a great waterfall once before and did not suffer so badly? Well, then I would very much like to see how such a fall can be endured without harm. Show me your mastery of plummeting. Bye. There's the fig in golden slices. Eek! Oh, she just casually walks over to us. What do you think you're doing? How dare you barge in on the divine, voluptuous, sacred bath time? You beast! Oh, I see. You've come to get that silly little fruit back that you seem to care so much about, haven't you? Aw, poor old you. If only you'd been a little quicker. I'm afraid it's already been sliced up into teeny tiny pieces. Oh, my dracky wacky woo. Were you scared, my baby? Yes, you were, weren't you? Well, it's all right now, precious. Dracky poo? It's a shame we can't warn people, like, don't eat the fig. Don't do anything with the fig. Bad stuff will happen. Ah, my Dracky Woo, what's happened to you? You've gone all ugly. Help, help me. Apparently the wells are Mario pipes. Okay. His dryness was transformed into a monster. The golden fruit was an instrument of evil that turns innocents into beasts. I mean, you're kind of not wrong. So far in our experience, that is the case. The queen was kidnapped. It's surely a punishment for her self-centered behavior. She is being punished by the Almighty. Yeah, go off. Tell us how you really feel about the queen. I heard the commotion and came running. What has happened here? No, has dryness transformed into a monster and carried off Her Majesty? Well, it seems she finally got her just desserts. I'm sure most of us would be happy if she stayed gone. Wow. Oh, hey, it's Miss Lay. I heard Her Majesty was in peril, and I came as quickly as my legs would carry me. What happened? You must tell me. His dryness was transformed into a monster and kidnapped Her Highness? But, oh, this is terrible. Starved of parental affection, and now betrayed by her most trusted friend. Phoenix, please, you must rescue Her Majesty. If she is not brought to safety, she may never mend her ways. You must help her. Don't let her die. Give her the chance to live and fix herself. And hopefully she does. Okay, you've got it. NPC number 642. What is a wanderer such as yourself doing in Her Majesty's private bathing chamber? Bah. Perhaps now is not the time for such trifles. Did you see his dryness? He turned into a hulking great monster. And then he picked up the queen and carried her off down this well over yonder. Let's go just have a quick chat with the Chancellor in case there's any dialogue from him about all of this. As a wordy individual, I'm sure he has lots to say. What was all the commotion in the Queen's bathing chamber? Is this true? His dryness morphed into a monster and made off with Her Majesty? Whatever shall we do? I will never be able to face her father in the beyond if I allow anything to happen to her. Adventurers, go do something! Alright. Let's go save the day. She was forever dressing the poor thing up in clothes he clearly did not enjoy. Perhaps this is payback. Oh, so the bow was something you didn't like wearing. Actually, I just remembered, we did not go and do any, like, equipment stuff. So before we go into danger, let's purchase some better equipment. We will be right back at the bathing chamber shortly. Hello, and welcome back to twitch.tv/Epitaph Fox, and today we continue our playthrough of Dragon Quest IX. There's been some updates to the party in the in-between, and we'll go over that shortly. But first, the story thus far. Phoenix managed to gain entrance to Queen Voluptua's bathing chamber from the roof of the Mirage Mahal. Once inside, he saw the Queen's pet lizard, Drak, transform into a giant monster and make off with Her Majesty down a well. Now let's take a look at the party so far. We haven't done this in quite a while, so right here we have Phoenix, our main character, a ranger. Nothing has really changed with his equipment. I did a little alchemy, but it didn't end up doing anything to switch the equipment around in the party too much. Then we have Rocky, our warrior, using spears. We have given him the upgraded Sandstorm Spear. I believe you can buy it in Gleba, but I alchemized it because we had everything necessary for it. I also upgraded his iron gauntlets to steel gauntlets and kneecaps to giga steel kneecaps. I didn't have enough material to make giga steel gauntlets, but that's fine. It's fine. Then we have Jojo, our minstrel. I alchemized a slood for him, a slime hood. I didn't expect it to look this way, but here we are. And then we have our newest character, Lanfan, lovingly named after one of the characters from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Unfortunately, not much to say here either. I mean, we gave her the Kestrel Claws when we were training her up. I made some classy clogs for her. It just gives a better evasion chance. But that is our party so far. Nina, our mage, is in the wings. I did forget to create that redemption to swap out party members, but it's fine. I wouldn't be doing it in the middle of this stream anyway, so we'll hold off. But anyway, let us get back to the dungeon that we were trying to complete last time. We had only just barely started the dungeon when we had to take a break to create Lanfan. But Lanfan is all trained up. Oh, also, I completed the necessary steps to unlock the Paladin class. So we will unlock it after the dungeon is completed. Look at our party. I do have to double check though, make sure that we all are in the correct order here. Phoenix, Jojo, Lanfan are in the back, Rocky in the front. Perfect. Good morning, Mrs. Epitaph Fox. Thank you very much for the splash. Unfortunately, it does nothing, but it does let me know that you're here. I don't know if we're ever going to see it, but Rocky's Sandstorm Spear does have the beneficial effect. If it is used in battle as an item, it can potentially blind a group of enemies. Oh hey, another ghost. I am Aqueous, High Drader, father of Voluptua and former monarch of these lands. Please, Wanderer, heed the words of a father racked with regret. In my life, I sought only recognition as a great king, and gave little thought or time to my poor daughter. Her selfishness, her willfulness, her inability to relate to others, the blame for these unfortunate traits lies at my door. And I cannot bear to see her live out her life in loneliness, ignorant of the warmth that lies within the mortal heart. Wanderer, you must rescue my daughter from that beast and from herself. Please, fulfill an old man's final wish. Alright, bro. You got it. Ooh, Gigasteel weapons. Unfortunately, we still don't have... basically, the main ingredient of Gigasteel alchemy recipes is the Hephaestus Flames, and we only ever got one, and that was from a chest a while back. So we will need more of those. We got some magic water right when that happened. That's fine. No, I still didn't unlock the next bow ability. That's fine. I will say, in terms of training up Lanfon, she has an ability that does 4 attacks in 1 turn, and it doesn't cost any magic points. It does less damage overall than a normal attack will, but it's perfect for metal slime hunting. Once I unlocked that on her, everything was so much easier. Oh, that reminds me, we gotta go back and open up all of the blue doors that we found up until now. After this adventure, of course. Alright, so I can't open cell doors, but I can open the blue doors. Mini metal, nice. Toad oil, eh. We've got so much toad oil. Lump of mithril ore, that's very good actually. Also, I should mention that during the training, we completed the Fool's Gold quest about the gold golem who wasn't actually gold. We just got 1,000 gold as a reward for that. Hello, Harold! Harold90s, thank you so much for the splash. Unfortunately, it does nothing, but it does let me know that you're here. How are you doing today? It did do something? You're drinking ice-cold water bottle? Well, hopefully you didn't splash it on yourself, then. I mean, realistically speaking, the splash redemption makes me say that. But that's the closest thing it does to actually doing anything. But it doesn't make me say that. I choose to say that when I see it. Ooh, an enchanted stone. We do need that for some recipes as well. And admirer draws near. Why are they called admirers? Oh, because it's going for, like, a mire. I guess. I guess that's the pun in the name. I'm gonna go with that. Splash can be for a chance for a drink. I keep myself normally very well hydrated while I'm streaming, so I remember the idea of like a hydrate redemption or a hydrate command came before the idea for you having splash as in the Pokemon move. But I felt like I keep myself pretty well hydrated while I'm streaming already. I don't need people either reminding me to take drinks or telling me to drink. Super Splash can be a rare drink. We did not always have Big Splash. Big Splash, I don't remember who gave me the idea for it, but it was basically like, what if there was like a redemption for even more virus cores that was just like a bigger splash? And through communication, we decided on the Big Splash actually putting water, quote unquote water, into my camera feed here. It's all been developed over the years. Now, the original idea behind Big Splashes was that if enough Big Splashes were done, and my camera feed fully filled up with the water, the stream would end immediately. But by the time it actually happened, it was actually last October, I believe, I was playing a game that I didn't want to stop playing. So instead, the reward for drowning me, quote unquote, was unlocking a playthrough of the game BioShock. Because that's a game that takes place underwater. Splash could be used for Fortnite? In what way? I've never played Fortnite, by the way, so there might be some lost in translation kind of thing. Or reference that I'm just not getting. That's more likely. Yeah, we don't need to be at full health for this. That's fine. Blue drinks for armor. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. I'm sure there's some type of beverage out there already called Splash. It would surprise me if there is no beverage out there called Splash. Whether it's an energy drink or otherwise. Fortnite needs an RPG event then? I don't even know what that would even look like, honestly. Do you think that would be more of like an Advanced Wars kind of looking experience, where it's more of like a tactical strategy game? Or do you mean something like this, where you create a party and they go through like battles? Or maybe Advance Wars probably wasn't the best example. Maybe like Fire Emblem would be a little bit... Well, Fire Emblem and Advance Wars are kind of like on a similar tread. I know that have blue potions that give you armor, and they have husks. What are the husks in Fortnite?